Hello everyone, my name is Noah Meehan of the Arc Truth, and before I get into this video, I would like to apologize for my recent leave of absence because I've been dealing with some personal matters that I honestly would prefer to keep private, so let's just leave it at that. And I have been dealing with postnasal drip, and honestly, that's been pretty annoying. So pl- forgive me because I'm going to be coughing a lot in this video potentially. So just want to give you guys a heads up. So in that regard, let's get into the video. Gun rights have been rising in the last few years, and I'm not just talking about the Bruen decision, although that too is a major effect, especially considering that it knocked out any May issue laws across the entire country. Any state that had them, gone. Any county that had them, gone. It is now shall issue. Yes, of course, there are still requirements in order to acquire a concealed carry permit, at least in the places where it actually requires you to have that. But nonetheless, it has removed a major barrier for a lot of people with the Second Amendment, because originally with May issue, you need to have a reason in order to have a concealed carry permit. Why are you having a concealed carry permit? And in some cases, the state government, like that in New York, will not give it to you, even if considering if they don't think that's actually a good, valid argument for you to have a concealed carry permit. But thanks to the Bruen decision, they no longer have to deal with that. Now with half of the country already constitutional carry, it's only going to spread a lot further. And I would not be surprised with this year, or even in 2024, that would actually grow exponentially. Already, I'm looking at cases with at least 4 other states within this union, which are considered being constitutional carry. 3 of them are in the South, while the other one is in the Midwest. So here's what I think is going to happen with in considering that now that half the country is constitutional carry, who is going to become the 26th state? A lot of people are saying that Florida, my birth state, is potentially going to be the next state to actually promote constitutional carry. And don't get me wrong, that is a very valid argument, especially with Ron DeSantis trying to promote something like that. But the problem is that he tried to. There was some promotion of that, but not to a major extreme, not as much as other states last year tried to do. But considering the fact that, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Considering the fact that the Republican Party has managed to gain a foothold not only in the governorship but also in the legislature, there's a major possibility that they will promote constitutional carry. Of course, there is the issue of the fact that open carry is still illegal. So there's been some infighting within the chambers of the state legislature in order to include lifting that ban on open carry, as well as having no permit for concealed carry. So in that regard, while I do see Florida pushing its way toward becoming a concealed carry, I honestly think, in my personal opinion, it'll be the 27th state. The real 26th state would be North Carolina, because currently, right now, the Republicans have gained a major foothold within the state legislature, and they've already introduced constitutional carry as a bill within their own state senate. Now, as far as I know, they're still in a committee. They may have even passed it through committee, and eventually they will decide this on the floor. But nonetheless, it's still going to be moved forward. And the reason why I say that North Carolina is more likely to become the 26th state over that of, well, Florida is, again, the Republicans have such a major control in both the House and the Senate. In fact, so much control that it's near supermajority. Very, very near supermajority. In fact, I think that if I recall correctly, in the Senate, they're just 1 seat away from the supermajority needed. And that's an important part of why I think that that North Carolina is going to be the next constitutional carry state. Because Roy Cooper is a Democrat, and he's the governor of the state of North Carolina. And I would not be surprised due to the fact that he's a Democrat and he probably would be opposed to this. And considering the fact that his term limit is definitely up in that state, he will definitely go against... Sorry. He will definitely go against this bill. In that regard, I think that the Republicans have a chance that even if the governor himself decides to veto that bill, they may potentially override said veto. And that would make North Carolina the 26th constitutional carry state. Now, finally, the next two states are also in the play as well. And those would be Louisiana and, of course, Nebraska. Nebraska and Louisiana have been in a major pickle because while they are conservative states, they have been dealing with issues in regards to actually getting the pass for some weird reason. Probably because they don't really have the necessary votes in order to promote constitutional carry due to some infighting within the Republican Party, which is a major problem because Louisiana was on the verge of being one of the constitutional carry states last year. The problem was that the Democratic governor there decided he was going to veto this bill. And, of course, a few Republicans decided not to join in to override the veto. And I would not be surprised if that would have a major, with gun rights being a major issue, I would not be surprised if the Louisiana Republican Party actually uses that as actual ammo against the Democratic Party to potentially retake the governorship. Because let me remind you, the governorship of Louisiana is being challenged this year. And who knows, if the Republicans manage to take the governorship, if they do, then they may become a constitutional carry state. Either this year, if they manage to override the veto of the Democratic governor there, or next year if they manage to retake the governorship, as well as hold the state legislature. But considering the fact that it's a southern state where the Republicans have a major stronghold there, I would not be surprised if they still could retain control of the legislature. Now, there's some similar regards to that of Nebraska, although Nebraska definitely has major control. The Republicans there in the state of Nebraska have overall complete control, not just in the state legislature, which, by the way, fun fact, it's a unicameral legislature instead of having two houses, it just has one. And it also has control of the governorship. So what's the problem? Like I said before, infighting. There's been issues in regards to how constitutional carry would react. In fact, as an example, Alabama actually had issues in regards to passing constitutional carry because the permits for concealed carry weapons was a major funding or major moneymaker for police there. So as a compromise, they decided that they were going to increase funding for the state police in the state of Alabama. I would not be surprised if there's a similar situation there in Nebraska. Maybe not in the case of like the police, but still some other issue. Nonetheless, I do see in the near future, if not this year, then next year, Nebraska joins being the constitutional carry state. And it goes to show, even with Democrats trying to issue new restrictions on trying to obtain firearms, like they're doing in Oregon, New York, California, hell, even here in Washington, there is a bill on the House floor which is trying to get citizens to buy a permit in order to buy a firearm. And of course, there's a potential ban on semi-automatic firearms, or as they would like to call them, assault assault weapons. But nonetheless, considering the situation in regards to gun rights and how the trajectory of the political climate is in regards to that issue, I think that it's just going to slow down. I think that these measures are just going to slow down the eventual application of the Second Amendment everywhere, as it should be. I cannot wait until that happens. In fact, I cannot wait until the day when not only would these laws that the Democrats are imposing not only go to court, but they are absolutely struck down. Hell, I cannot wait if and when there's an actual Supreme Court case in regards to the constitutional carry, and that law, that standing, is constitutional. My name is Noah Meehan, on The Arc Truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, subscribe, share with friends. Also, in regards to my videos, such as how I speak or anything I should improve whatsoever, please post them down in the comment section down below or directly message me. Thank you.